What's up, y'all? It's Alexiana. Welcome back to my channel. Now, judging by the title of this video, I bet you didn't know that Yolanda Saldivar, insert picture here, which you don't know who that is, she's the lady that had killed Selena, insert picture here, the Tejano singer from back in the day. Miss Yolanda Saldivar will be eligible for parole in the year 2025, which is next year. I bet you didn't know that. And how I know this is because back in the day when I was living with my parents, we used to have cable and stuff like that. And I remember we were watching some on E! News and stuff about, I want to say it's called like the 20 worst Hollywood murders or something like that. And Selena's name had came up and they pretty much explained like how she died and stuff like that. And toward the end of it and stuff like that, they said that Yolanda will be eligible for parole in the year 2025. Which fast forward now, it's pretty much a year from now. And I have some thoughts. Now, first off, before I get into my thoughts, I want to explain how Selena died. Pretty much, in a nutshell, Selena's family and Selena had found out that Yolanda was embezzling, which pretty much means stealing. She's pretty much stealing money from Selena's fan club and money from Selena's boutique business and stuff like that. And, they had held a conference and whatnot at Abraham Quintanilla's production company, stuff like that held a pretty much a meeting with Yolanda Saldivar, Selena's sister Suzette, Selena and Abraham. All of them had a meeting and stuff like that, pretty much confronting Yolanda about the embezzlement and stuff, and they ended up firing her. And I remember Selena had met up with Yolanda at her hotel room and stuff like that to pretty much recover missing financial records that Selena had needed from her boutique business to file for her taxes that year. And she had met up with Yolanda and whatnot, and pretty much things ended up going awry, and Yolanda pulled out a gun and had shot Selena, and Selena later on died that day. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. And Yolanda pretty much has been in jail from 1995, from when the shooting happened to now. And I have some thoughts. Like I had said, I'm just fixing to give my thoughts. Like I said, Yolanda will be eligible for parole in the year 2025. I just want to say this. If I have to make an assumption as to what's going to go down next year, I want to say that one or two things is going to happen. Or better yet, one of three things is going to happen. A, maybe they may hold a trial, maybe they may not hold a trial. B, they might hold a trial and stuff like that, and if they do, they may vote, they may come to a verdict and whatnot, and maybe vote to keep her in jail until the end of her years. Or C, maybe they might come to a verdict and vote to release her, but court order her to go incognito, which means go into hiding. So, yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. They may or may not hold a trial, and if they do hold a trial, they might vote to keep her in jail to the end of her years, or B, maybe court order her to go incognito. But if I have to make an assumption, I have a feeling that they're gonna have her stay in jail until the end of her years, because if they were to court order her to go incognito, you know how the internet is. Like, people will stay finding out stuff, and they might hunt that lady down and kill her, because even though it's been years and years and years and years and years after Selena's death, people still aren't over it, and I don't blame them. Like, you pretty much killed an innocent lady for nothing. And also, I just want to say this. If you're familiar with It's Tia Baby on YouTube, I'm going to link her channel down below. Tell her Alexiana Monet sent you. She pretty much makes her content all things Selena. And she made like a valid point in one of her videos. I think it's called Selena Could Have Been Saved. And she made some valid points. Like, pretty much she had brought up the meeting that they had with Yolanda and stuff like that. She had said, like, the proof was pretty much right there in front of your face. You had the proof that Yolanda was stealing. Like, you could have locked that door. You could have locked the office door, called the police, and have them come there and arrest Yolanda for embezzlement and whatnot, and Selena could have been alive today. Or better yet, with Selena, she could have had like a policeman. Let's just say she was to go to the hotel and stuff like that to meet Yolanda meet with Yolanda to recover the missing financial records. She could have, had a policeman meet her there and stuff like that at the hotel and whatnot, and pretty much have her, escort her to Yolanda's apartment and whatnot to get the documents, and Selena could have been alive today. Or better, she could have got her husband Chris to go with her, or her dad, or her brother, or anybody, and Selena could have been alive up today. Like, there are so many ways that this lady could have been saved. And also the warning signs were there. Like, Selena had a designer back in the day named Martin Gomez, and he pretty much was Selena's designer back in the day, designing some of the boutiques and stuff like that that Selena was rocking and stuff like that. And pretty much with him, he had an assistant to go to Yolanda's place and saw that to pick up some zippers. And when the assistant came back, she was pretty much horrified, pretty much had said that Yolanda had wall-to-wall pictures of Selena. And if you ask me, that's some sick shit. Like, she had like wall-to-wall pictures of Selena and stuff like that. And he pretty much had brought to Selena's attention, basically saying in so many words like, girl, I'm really scared for you and whatnot. Like, I have a feeling that this girl is going to hurt you. And what Martin Gomez meant by that is, hurt her physically. But, Selena interpreted it as, she's going to hurt her by, hurting her reputation. And, she pretty much just brushed it off like, oh, you worry too much, this, that, and the third. Like, Yolanda's my friend. She's not going to do that. And, yeah. Like, there are so many ways that this lady could have been saved. And pretty much everybody turned a blind eye. But at the same time, I just want to say, who knew? Like, no one knew that lady was that crazy. But hey, you can't put none past people these days and time. And also with Selena's father, Abraham Quintanilla, I just want to say this. Like, in a way, if I have to form an opinion, I have a feeling that Selena's death eats at him every day. Well, duh, obviously, because, she died back in the day and that was his beloved, pretty much his beloved child or whatnot. But still, the reason why I feel like Selena's death eats at him every day is because I have a feeling in my mind that he has a feeling of guilt, because I feel like in his mind, like, obviously I don't know how he thinks because I'm not in his head, but I have a feeling that in his mind somewhat he has a feeling of guilt, because I have a feeling that he feels guilty for failing to protect her in a way. Because here it is, you wasted your time pretty much trying to pry the right people apart from Selena, being her husband Chris, when the person that you should have been prying apart from Selena, you pretty much just let her slip away at your fingertips. And as opposed to calling the police on her and stuff like that and pretty much having her arrested for the embezzlement, you threaten her saying, if you come near my family again, I'm going to have you arrested. Like, that very person that you had right in front of you, the proof was in the pudding, she was stealing, you pretty much just let her go scot-free and said some stuff like, oh, if you come near my family again, I'm going to have you arrested. Like, really, sir? But yeah, all in all, who knew? Like, no one knew that Yolanda was that crazy, but hey, you can't put nothing past people these days and times. But also, I hate to throw Selena in the mix, but with Selena, like, God rest your soul, baby, rest in peace. But I just want to say this. I have a feeling that, obviously, like I said, who knew? No one knew Yolanda was that crazy. But at the same time, I wish Selena would have thought to take somebody with her. Like, maybe her husband Chris. Like, by the way, her husband Chris had wrote a book called To Selena With Love, insert picture here. And I have it and stuff like that. Like, it's basically like him pretty much, reminiscing on their love life together and whatnot. And in the book and stuff like that, he has said that, you know, that day and stuff like that, you know, him and Selena were asleep, and, you know, she had woke up, and, you know, and he really didn't think to ask where she was going and stuff like that. And, you know, she just walked out the door and just, you know, went to go see Yolanda. And, you know, he didn't think pretty much nothing of it and stuff like that. He just probably thought she was just going to run some errands and whatnot. But, yeah, he just didn't really think nothing of it. But I have a feeling that, you know, he probably has a feeling of regret too up to this day, because he didn't think, you know, to ask her where she was going. And I have a feeling had she would have told him that, hey, I'm going to go see Yolanda, he probably would have went with her. So, yeah. I just wish Selena probably would have thought to wake Chris up to come with her, or probably would have phoned her dad and stuff and asked him like, hey dad, I'm fixing to go meet Yolanda at the hotel and whatnot to get the missing financial records. Do you think you and AB can come with me? Like, yeah. Like, I just wish Selena would have just thought to bring someone with her. But, you know, it is what it is. The girl's dead now. The only thing we can do is, you know, just keep her legacy alive. It's just like there's so many ways this lady could have been saved, and it's just like people ignored it. So, yeah, that's just about it for this video. And like I had said, if I have to make an assumption as to what's going to go down next year, if they do have a trial for Yolanda Saldivar, I have a feeling that they are going to vote to keep her in jail till the end of her years. Because like I said, if in fact she does get out of prison and they, you know, court order her to go incognito, you know how the internet is. People stay finding out shit. They're going to hunt her down and kill her. Because people still ain't over Selena's death. So, yeah. That's just about it for this video. Like always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to insert my social media handles over here, as well as in the description box down below. So feel free to add and follow me on those. Also, don't forget to turn on post notifications, because if you don't, what's the point? Anyways, peace out. I really hope I made sense in this video. I felt like I was rambling, but yeah. Peace.